You're watching Spooky Noodles channel. Subscribe or be my victim.
Hello guys, what is up? It's your boy, Spooky Noodles, and I am back with another book mail video. Today, we have 2 books and a bookmark. So yes, I am all shaved a little bit. Well, not the beard. The beard still needs to be trimmed a little bit. But, haircut though. Check out the haircut, the hairdo. Woo! Sorry about that. Got a haircut today, or yesterday, and, now I feel great. The hair was getting bothersome, so I'm glad it got cut. My sister cut it for me, so, because we don't pay for haircuts right now. Of course, I will start paying my sister for haircuts when I get a job, but for now, she's happy for doing them for free, you know, and she only has to do them like every 7 months, so, or maybe less than that, I don't know. I don't remember when the last haircut I got was, but, you know, that's how it goes. But, anyways, I got 2 books here. We're going to start off with the Bookmark, which I got from, Trueborn Design. I think I keep calling it Turbo Design, but it's Trueborn Design. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And this is a ghost face bookmark. It is laminated, as you can see. And if you open it up, it's another bookmark. Boom. This one says, "Now, Sid, don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative." Ain't that cool? Love the first Scream. I've watched every Scream movie, but I really don't remember the last 3 that I watched. The first one, though, was very memorable. I loved it, and it's super good. Now, the newest one that's come out, haven't seen that one yet. I do want to see it eventually. Scream, or Ghostface, is one of my favorite fictional serial killers. Even though it's a different killer every single time, that's kind of the fun part about it, you know? So, at least that's what I think. I don't know about the newest movie. I can't really say about that one. But, yeah, it's a bunch of fun, and it's so much fun, and I cannot wait to read with this bookmark. It's a good bookmark, too. It's just like the, Child's Play one I have. It's also from, Trueborn. So, go check out Trueborn Design. They're awesome. It's NW Readers, Etsy shop, so go check them out. Alright, next we have, this one has a little bit of a story to it. First of all, it was delivered to UPS, and they said it was delivered, but I couldn't find it. So I looked and looked and looked, and I couldn't find it, so I thought, oh, okay, there was a delivery problem. Turns out they just chucked it in the middle of my driveway, and I got a pretty big driveway, and a snowstorm went through, so, it was buried in snow, and when I opened it up, the book was a little wet, so I dried it off, and it's a little bendy, like, it's just misshapen a little bit, but that's okay. I'm just glad to have it, and that is Brett Schumer's The Ragged. Now, if you don't know who Brett Schumer is, that's okay. For me, he's a pretty big deal because he's a narrator on YouTube. If you don't know anything about my roots for this channel, basically I started off as a narrator, wanting to become one of the next big narrators, like this guy. This guy is oh my god, I'm gonna forget his YouTube channel name. Creepy Ghost Stories, that's it. I just looked on the back here. He wrote a book. He's written a few books. He's a very smart guy, and he's a really good guy. He's even narrated my story once without knowing it. You know, he doesn't know who I am. I'm just like a friend without him knowing I'm a friend of his, so I'm like a stalker. So, yeah. He's a really good guy. I love his narrations. He has a great voice, you know. It's not, like, too thick, but it's, like, at the same time, it's a pretty good voice. So, if you are interested in listening to creepypastas and stuff, definitely check out Brett Schumer's channel. It's creepy ghost stories. And yeah, so this comes in at 166 pages, so it's probably just long enough to be a novel. I'm thinking it's a novel. I really think authors should start putting the word count in books, so then people can figure that out. But yeah, I'm already seeing some odd formatting things, but I'm sure that's not going to ruin my experience at all. Some of the formatting is weird, meaning that like there's like these weird odd spaces in between words throughout the book that I'm seeing just by flipping through it. I don't know if that's my book, because sometimes that happens to individual people because the printer's weird, but other times it's because the formatting's off. So I'm not sure what that could be, but honestly, it looks perfect. You know, I like the chapter. My alarm was rudely interrupting me. So where was I? I just turned off my alarm, and yeah, I was basically saying it's formatted nice. It has this chapter, like not chapter headings per se. Well, yeah, chapter headings, but you know, I like this look of this book. This book looks nice, and I cannot wait to jump into it. It's The Ragged by Brett Schumer. Let me read you the back real quick, and then we can continue to the next book. On his deceased grandfather's farm, Andrew and his wife Celeste unravel a terrifying secret. A dark and brooding creature lurks just outside the fields at the edge of the forest, stalking Andrew and Celeste's every move. What had Andrew's grandfather, Corvus, been hiding all these years that Andrew had been away? I don't know if I read that wrong, or if that's just worded weird, but let's continue. Missing persons posters have been plastered on the walls inside the small town's pharmacy, and something bizarre is happening at the inherited farmhouse at night. Secrets and hidden passageways will expose the truth as to what Corvus was seeing. But it seems as though some of the residents of Dry Creek might have their own mysteries. Will Andrew and Celeste survive long enough to tell the tale of the Ragged? So the cover design was by ATR TinkCovers.com. So that's a cool cover. Like I said, this comes in at 166 pages, and it looks like a fun read. Do I expect like some super great story out of this? I don't know. All I know is that he's a great guy and a great narrator. So I really wanted to go buy his book, and this one looked like the most interesting, and the cover looks nice, and I liked it, so went ahead and got it. So that's the story behind that one. Alright, so last book here is Rikitala's Cold Whisper. And I don't know if you can tell by this book cover, but like 1 second you got this face, and the other second you got this face. Pretty cool, right? I love these things. This one is a pretty long book, and look at the spine. It isn't broken at all, so I don't think anyone's read this book before. This book is huge, coming in at 446 pages. It's a monster of a book. The font is kind of small. This is gonna be one of those, like, older me is gonna love this book, because older me can read longer books, I bet. I am not future Nick, so I wouldn't know that. But I think in the future, I'm going to be able to inhale these long ones like that, you know? So, I'm looking very forward to reading Rikitala's, like, bibliography. Like, I have almost, well, not all of his other books, but I have quite a few of his books. And, the ones that I have are pretty big. The one I'm currently reading, though, is not that big. It's called Chills by Rikitala. I'm on page like 27, and there's like 204 pages in this book, so, you know, I'm gonna read that book in due time. I really like Rikitala's writing. I like Little Brothers, which I listened to on audiobook. I wish he had more audiobooks, but that's here nor there. Cold Whisper sounds fun. Look at that cover, though. Interesting cover. So I'm going to read you the back of this book, the synopsis, if you will, and then we will be done with the book mail. So here we go. Tully. He made Sarah's every wish come true. He appeared to her eyes alone and spoke so that only she could hear. Sometimes Sarah wondered if it was all her imagination. But the things that Tully made happen were all too real. And as Sarah grew up, they were all too horrible. Now Sarah, a college freshman in Maine, lives in terror. She mustn't think bad thoughts. She mustn't give in to the lure of Tully's powers. She mustn't ever get angry. For what Tully doesn't understand is that some wishes aren't meant to be granted. Cold Whisper. So that sounds very entertaining. It does not sound like a 446-page book, but that's here nor there. The story doesn't sound like it could go on for that long, but Rikitala has a way of expanding these books to a good degree. And you gotta remember, in the time that these authors were releasing these books, this is what the community wanted. They wanted these big books, you know, because people could read back in the day. Nowadays, not so much. There are still some avid readers out there that really can indulge in like, they are not indulge, but they can really get in like a huge record for their book reading tally, you know. Like, I knew someone who read like over 146 books in 1 year, and that to me is a lot. And I've seen higher numbers than that, but I think it's incredible how people can read like that. I not only do I not have that time on my hands, but I personally am a writer, so I do other things too. And I'm going to be working soon, so my reading tally is going to go in the tanks. But I think future Nick is going to be able to eat up these, not literally eat up these books, but I'm going to be able to read these and take these in and read them like crazy when I get older, because I think my reading ability is getting stronger and stronger the more I read. And it's only a matter of time before I go Super Saiyan 3 on these books. So, yes. So that's Cold Whisper by Rikitala. And that is the end of the book mail. Woo! It was a good book mail. I do have a little bit of more books coming. A lot of them are thrift books. I had a free book, so I went ahead and grabbed it. And then I have a few other books coming, like some signed books from Aaron Beauregard, or signed book from Aaron Beauregard. So I'm looking forward to that, and yeah. So yeah, I'm just super stoked to be here today. I didn't think I was gonna make a video, but I decided to do it anyways because I have a bookmark and 2 books that were given to me. Well, not given to me, but I bought. So I thought I'd make this video. I could have waited a little longer and got the other books that are coming. Like, I have a book coming in tomorrow, and I could have just waited until all the books arrived and just done one big book mail. But that's not how I roll. You know how I do it. When I get books, I can't wait, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. So yeah. Writing news, real quick. I finished my, I don't know what to call it yet, because I know once I start deleting the exposition and all the other things that I think were filler and change some things, this novel could drop to a novella. So I don't know what to call it, but I'm just going to call it my book. My book right now is at 58,000 words, well, just over 58,000 words, which makes it a novel. So technically, I've written my first novel. It's finished in the sense that the first rough draft is done. Second draft is gonna be coming soon. Well, not coming soon, but I'm gonna hop into it soon, and start reworking it, like rereading what I wrote so far, and getting it ready for my editor, because I only really do 2 drafts. So, but I'm looking really forward to releasing it. Oh, it's called Symbiotic. It's called Symbiotic, and by me, and it's dope. It's gonna be dope. It's a coming of age story between these 2 kids, and basically there's this telepathic deer on the loose. So that's all I'm gonna say about it, or at least the synopsis, that is, or what the book's about, because I don't want to give it away. But it's a fantastic book, I think. It does need a lot of work. Sorry. It does need a lot of work. Definitely needs a lot of work. But, a lot of things, like, a lot of people put a lot of work into their books. And, I just gotta learn that this is just part of the writing game. I was gonna say rap game. Sorry. Yeah, it's all part of the writing game. We have to do this stuff. We have to rework. As much as I just want to send it to my editor and have her fix everything, that's not how I roll. I mean, for one, I know there's already mistakes in the story, within the story, because I mention things and I probably never bring them up later, because I wrote at the edge of my seat. I'm a pantser. Well, I was a pantser. And when I don't have an ending in sight, I just write bullshit. So, I wrote a lot of bullshit, so, to get to where I'm at in the word count. So, I gotta go in and trim the fat, if you will, and the story will be better. Symbiotic is a story I've been working on for approximately 4 years, and I'm just so happy I finally finished it. I kind of gave up on it for a while there. Then the other day, I was in the car with my sister, and I was, like, brainstorming. I'm like, I really wish I could finish that story. I just don't have an ending. And my sister I was bouncing ideas off my sister, and we finally came up with a good idea for the ending. And then I got on the computer and just worked my magic. And I wrote about... I want to say I wrote 6,000 or 7,000 words in the course of 2 days, so I did pretty good. The epilogue is a little anticlimactic, but I'm going to pump it up when I get around to it. But first, I gotta start at the prologue and work my way all the way down to chapter, well, it would be chapter 20, but it's the epilogue, is the last chapter. There's 20 chapters if you count the epilogue. Of course you count the epilogue. And, yeah, it's a really good story. I think it's a good story. It just needs that trimming. So, yeah. Fun times. It's probably going to go and be, what's the word? It's going to be demoted to a novella probably when I'm through with it. But, still, it's really cool to think that I wrote a novel, Now, I know it's not going to be a novel once I'm done with it. It's probably going to be a novella. A really long novella. So you're looking at around like 150 pages or so. So I know a lot of people would be like, 150 pages, that's a novel. Well, we go off word count here in the author world. And the word count needs to be 50,000 words in order for it to be a novel. And right now I am sitting at 58,000 words, but like I said, when I start trimming the fat, it's going to go down. So it's probably going to end up being a really long novella, but still, I'm really excited about it. Is it going to win any awards? No, it won't win any awards. What are you guys thinking? No, I'm still really new at this writing thing. I've released a few novelettes, and my second short story collection is almost done. But I really don't see myself winning any awards. It would be nice to win an award, but I don't expect it, I don't think this book, Symbiotic, could actually even go for an award, you know? Like, I don't even know what award it would go for. Like, it's not winning Best Novel or Best Novella, you know? It's not, you know? Or it's not winning the first novel award. It's not. It's not. It's not going to win any Splatterpunk awards, Stoker awards, Sixies, you know? It's just not going to happen. But I'm going to work and work and work until I am at that point where I'm releasing stories that are worth those awards. But for now, we are just who we are. And yes, I'm working on it, but we gotta just be humble. You know what I'm saying? Just be humble and stay on the tracks, and stay your path and course or whatever, and just write the damn stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully I can, I don't know, rework this story soon and get the second draft done and sent to my editor. But we'll see. I also am going to be taking this story to my teacher, and he's going to have a look at it and see what he thinks about it. He's probably going to tear into it like he always does, but I'm ready for it. For one, this story is 4 years old because, well, I've been working on it for 4 years, so it's got a lot of work to be done to it, yeah, a lot of work to be done to it, and when it's done, then it will be released, and hopefully it can be released this year, because that would be crazy, but I doubt it. And I already finished another novella, but I feel like it's missing something, so I can't really call it my first novella because I know it's not finished. Whereas this one, I feel more comfortable with saying this is my first novel or novella because it's more completed. So, yeah. But anyways, I think I got on a little bit of a tangent with my writing there. I apologize. But I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you have a spooky night, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!